Hello everyone, this is Dr. Akin Marino. Welcome to our success video. Today I want to talk to us about human connection, making human connection. And also to remind us that it's September. September we highlight recovery awareness. So there's recovery awareness month. So if you are out there and you're in recovery, either you just started or you've been at this journey for a long time, I want to celebrate you. We want to congratulate you and say, well done, way to go. Keep at it. And if you are still struggling with addiction and you need help, please reach out to somebody. If you either call us or get in touch with us, we will connect you to somebody by you. The other thing we highlight this month is suicide prevention awareness. We want to make sure that people understand what's going on. We want the world to know that the rate of suicide is increasing. It's increasing for our young ones, and it's increasing for men. This is so vital that we know the statistics, and it is important that we do something about it as a community. So I wanted to come to you today. Today I'm not going to talk to you so much about what the psychologist can do or the psychiatrist can do or all the specialists can do. I want to talk about what you can do. What can we do as a community? Because this impacts us as a community. And one of the things that we want to highlight today is that human connection. Human connection makes a huge difference. An antidote to suicide is human connection. Because some of the things that aggravates and some of the things that causes the depths of depression is isolation. Now, we're not saying that all suicides can be prevented, but we can reduce it. But we can at least reduce the numbers. We can reduce this rate. Is teetering to almost 1 million people a year. That is unacceptable at on every level. And so when we make human connections, we're releasing some of these complex human values, the values of the sense of belonging, the sense of identity, the sense of who we are. It reduces the loneliness that people feel and the separatedness that they feel. So today I want to talk to you about, what can you do as a mom? What can you do as a dad? What can you do as a friend? What can you do as a church member, a club member? What can you do? What can you do? And so there's some vital things that can be done that you and I can do. As we navigate the complexity of our society, you go to the store and you take your kids to games, and you talk to the mailman, and we're making connections. We're releasing all good energy, amongst us. But the negative part of this, the sad part is we're becoming so isolated. You can order things online. You don't have to come out of your house. You can go shopping online. You can do everything online. People are becoming so isolated. The sadness is becoming entrenched, and nobody knows how to reach out to the other person. So I just want to encourage us today that there's science that backs this up. There are studies that have been done. Stanford University did a study, on oxytocin. That was the initial study. It was on oxytocin, the love hormone. That's the hormone that's released, when you make love, when the mother is breastfeeding, is when you hug somebody. That hormone is released. But what they also found out is when oxytocin is released, actually it also helps serotonin to be released. And serotonin is what you need. See, when we have low levels of serotonin, it actually causes depression. So when serotonin is increased in our lives, it actually stabilizes the moods. That's why we have mood stabilizers. That's why when you go to the psychiatrists, they'll give you SSRIs, and which will help you increase the serotonin levels in your brain. And so one of the things that serotonin will do, it will increase, it will make your mood better. It will stabilize your mood. It does so many things. It functions, with pain reduction. There's so many things that we can do in terms of functions of our regulates our mood, a social behavior, even with digestion. It helps your digestion, it helps you sleep better, it helps your memory. There's so many benefits, but the focus is that it helps you be happier. You become happier in your life. There's life satisfaction. You come out of the pit of depression, of the darkness of depression, and you're able to embrace your world. And how can we facilitate this? How do you help someone get this? Well, by staying connected to them, by staying in their space, by talking to them, by touching them, by being attentive to them. These will secrete oxytocin, which will also enable serotonin to be released. How amazing is this? So please pick up the phone, call somebody today that you haven't heard from a while. And also, please do not take your eyes off those teenagers in your home. Don't take your eyes off it. Don't say because, they lock themselves in their rooms or they don't want to talk. Don't talk to them. Listen, sometimes my girls and I would just lay on the bed and we're not talking. We can be doing our own stuff in the same space. It's still connection. And when they want to talk, we'll talk. It is important that you don't just leave them alone. Stay in their place. Give them hugs in the morning. Give them hugs at night. Give them, just let hugs be a freebie in your house. Nobody has to ask for it. You can give a hug, give a blessing. Say something good to them. Yours might be the only good thing they'll hear that day before because school sometimes is mean. So make sure, people are mean at school sometimes. So make sure that they hear your voice. Let them hear the positivity. Let them hear the blessing that you're giving them. You're going to have such a great day at school today. I send you off with a blessing of goodness, with a blessing of grace. You say those things to your children. It is important. Tell them who they are. Tell them how beautiful they are. Tell them how wonderful they are. Tell them, hold them, hug them. Sometimes there are markers in genetic markers for depression. We know that it is in the genes, and so some people might get it. Some people might fight it more than others. But if the environment is right, if there's a good environment that allows them to thrive and allows them, that is not so stressful, then they might not have to fight it as much. So create a good environment, an environment where people are loving and people are kind to each other. Call your parents. Old people, sometimes older people suffer from loneliness. Call them. Don't be a stranger to your parents. No matter where they are, call them and say hello, and just your voice releases good hormones to them, and so the clerk, the cashier, the person at the bank, don't have a frown if you can give a smile. Those are all the ways we connect in positive ways, and that's how we begin to, as a community, we begin to reduce the suicide rate in our world. And so I hope you can do that. These are some of the things you can do. You can call somebody, you can text somebody and tell good things. You can hug them, you can kiss them, you can be present. You can say, do you want to talk? However it is, be kinder, be gentler with people. It is just in the very toxic environment that we're living now. You be the one who will do the right thing. We're counting on you. Thank you so much. So this is Dr. Akin Marino. You can reach me at any of the social media and as Dr. Akin Marino. Have a great day. Bye.